Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses, and today I'm about to make like 3 videos. I'm reading some of the homies' emails, and this video is for Jeffrey. I'm gonna read you his email, and then I'm gonna answer his question. So Jeffrey says, "Hey AaroniMoses, love your videos, especially because I'm from Chicago too." Thank you. I just lived in Chicago. Man, I lived in Chicago for actually half my life, but I claim Atlanta as my home, but that's not the point of this video. Love your video, especially because I'm from Chicago. I'm trying to start growing weed, but I don't really know how to start. I'm 18, I live with my mom, and she does not care what I really do. I smoke with her and drink with her and got her okay. I've grown weed before. I just want to know some of your tips and where to start. I know you have videos already on growing weed, but want to see if you can answer this question. Much love. Keep up the good work. Hashtag We the Bang. Well, thank you, Jeffrey. And I have made probably 3 videos on growing weed, but here we go. All right. So first, of course, like I always tell you guys, the 5 elements of business and manifestation: earth, air, fire, water, and ether. So I'm gonna literally give this to you in these ways. So first, you need to get your pot or whatever you're gonna grow it in. I always recommend, especially because you live in Chicago. Chicago has pretty extreme weather, hot summers, very cold winters, and I don't know the temperature. I get the notifications. It was like 66 degrees yesterday, I think. I don't know. I didn't really open it. But first, your pot. Um, you can get the big ass tree pots. Then the soil. Illinois has pretty okay soil, but I always recommend my secret mixture, which is, you want to get some sand, you want to get some rocks, not like it. You can get rocks like the size of either a bottle cap or the size of let me see, like I want to say this big. You don't know how big my hands are, but a good mixture, like pebble. You can get pebbles for like a fish tank, or you can get rocks, and you don't want to get a whole bunch of big ass rocks in there, but that sand, soil from the earth, um, what's that shit called? Miracle Grow, and you don't live in Georgia, but I would definitely say try to get some clay in there. And my recommendation is for you to not mix it all together. Layer it. You know what I mean? Layer it. I put the pebbles at the bottom, throw the rocks in the middle somewhere, and put the pebbles at the bottom, top and bottom pebbles. And then layer it to your liking, depending on you have to know how big your plant's gonna be. If you grow it for the full 6 months, you're gonna get one of those monsters. If you grow it so you wanna harvest it in like 2 to 3 months, you're gonna get a plant like you can't see them. You're gonna get a plant like the size of a small speaker. So like 1-2 feet. But you're still gonna have your weed. Alright, so first plan on knowing how big you want your plant and how much you want out of it. For those big 3 to 5 foot fucking plants, you can get like, I think the most they say you can get is 1.5 pounds, but that's only if you're like a master fucking grower. But for those little plants that are like a foot, 2 feet, that you want to grow in like 90 days, you'll get like a good 2 to 3 ounces out that. Alright. Next is the lighting. How you set up your lighting. Like I told you, I mean, of course you want to have good lighting, but as soon as you stop putting the light on it for 24 hours, it'll start making buds. So you got to figure out your schedule, which is the most important thing to me. Your scheduling, for me, I liked to water my plants twice a week. So when you do water them, they soak in all the water and it eats. So when you let the soil get dry and then you water it and put some light on it, it's gonna boom. It's gonna grow fast. It's gonna soak in all the water, it's gonna get all the nutrients. Let me reorganize my thoughts. So you get your pot, get the soil mixture, or you can just use normal fucking soil, from the half from the earth, half Miracle Grow. Boom. Put your cap of milk in there once a month. I mean not once a month, once a week or so, or depending on how your plant responds. And then if you want it to grow in 3 months, 3 to 4 months, which is my favorite, you keep it in the dark. I put the light on it for maybe 2 or 3 days for 24 hours. And keep it in the dark for 18 hours. No less than 12 hours you keep it in the dark. No less than 16 hours. So keep it in the dark, and when you put the light on it, water it twice a week. Maybe even once a week, depending on what kind of soil and how good it is in soaking in water. Get the seeds from some good mid. And you live in Chicago, depending on where you live, it shouldn't be too hard to just find some, I don't really know, mid-grade, like not Kush, not shitty fucking brick weed that the Mexicans bring over so the cartel can sell coke. Not that shit. Like some light green shit with some little hairs that's not Kush. Some $10 a blunt shit. Alright? Some shit that you know that I have seeds, because like I tell you, there's really no such thing as mids. It's just undergrown, it wasn't taken care of, and it wasn't given certain opportunities. Next, you want to find out your temperature. Now, you guys know my favorite weed is purple. Purple, blues, and the cool colors. So, if you want your weed to be purple or blue, if it has that ability, grow it most of the time in the house, and when it's cold outside, put it outside for the last 2 weeks before you harvest it and start curing it and shit. And there's also ways that you can cure it so it is more purple or more blue, but that's not what this video is about. You want to know how to start. Next, my last thing is you need to know if you really want to grow weed, because everybody thinks it's all cool and shit, and I mean it is pretty cool. It's a great experience, but it takes a lot of time and dedication and a lot of thought and a lot of research, a lot more research than I'm giving you in this video. So that's it. Get your pot, get your soil, get your lighting, you can get plant food. I like to use more natural things. Like when the plant starts to turn yellow a little bit, I just put a little cap of milk in there. If you want to make it bigger, you can spray it down with some kind of alcohol. And what that does is when the alcohol evaporates, it gives it the I forgot what the shit's called. The stuff that when you breathe out, that stuff. Let me look that up real quick for you. Carbon dioxide. So when you spray alcohol on your plant, not rubbing alcohol. When you spray, I wouldn't say Everclear either, but when you spray like something vodka or Henny, when you spray Henny on your plant, when it evaporates, it turns into CO. It turns into carbon dioxide. It produces it. That the evaporation produces it, and your plant soaks it in. And definitely do all those things. So when your 18 hours are up and you put your 6 hours of light on it, water it, spray it with the Henny, whatever it is, some kind of strong alcohol, drinking alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, and boom, there you go. It's gonna grow all, and it's getting all its good stuff at the same time. A little fan or a big fan. The fan is to make the roots stronger and to keep the circulation good. Make sure that you're not smoking in the house, not smoking in the same room as the plant. Definitely not. Don't use mirrors. Use aluminum foil. What else can I give you real quick? There's these little. They look like. They look like birth control. The birth control wheels. You can get a little timer, so you plug your light in into the timer and you click it down, click the things on it down, so you know it's like your schedule keeper. So the every time that you push the buttons down, 1 through 6, let's say 1 through 6, your light comes on for 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and then it goes off after that. Keep it in a well ventilated area. It's not dusty, it's not dirty. Um, that's it. As far as starting out, fan, soil, pot, water, alkaline water, um, or tap water. It doesn't really fucking matter. If it rains, try to get some rainwater because it's electrically charged differently. Don't tell anybody about it. If you have nosy neighbors and you live close, I mean, if you smoke hella weed anyway, they probably wouldn't be surprised that your house always smells like weed, but they might. It's not gonna smell like weed smoke. It's gonna smell like raw weed, a lot of it. But yeah, that's it, man. If you have any more questions, always feel free to contact me. And make sure you put the topic hashtag We The Bang. I put my email address in the description for everybody. So that's it. Just a couple tips on starting out growing weed. Alright, it's AaroniMoses. Socialize with me. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together. Alright, peace.